crop up over the last few days, and more things have come in. You see there a picture of some former band members, including now Pastor Philip Keeker, who's down in Raleigh, North Carolina. And I'm especially partial to this next picture. What we see there is Annette Becker, who is here tonight with her mother, Mrs. Doris Becker, who was her longtime cook and one of her janitors. And also, that's Mrs. Hendricks in a 1990s hairstyle. Where are you, Mrs. Hendricks? Oh, well, it's changed a little bit. We welcome now the third graders who are going to do their version of the William Tell Overture by Rossini, only they're calling it not the Lone Ranger theme, but the Sloan Ranger theme, S-L-O-N, slow. S-L-O-W-N.
When you're playing the Lone Ranger theme on wet, you have to be reasonable.
I'll let Mrs. Miller take it over. A true story. Well, these are all true stories. About 2 years ago, some preschool parents were picking up children at the other building, and one of the mothers came up to me and said, "You know, Mr. Miller, my husband and I are just amazed that you, a senior citizen bachelor, so enjoy working with little children." I didn't know if I should be insulted by the senior citizen part or by the bachelor part. We were standing outside, it was winter, and the teacher I was with was laughing so hard that finally that teacher said, "Why don't you take off your gloves so they can see your wedding band?" And I said, why do you say that? And she said, "Well, you know, at Trinity Church, I always see you sitting up in the left-hand side front by yourself with all the widows and widowers and the single people." They had no idea Mrs. Miller existed, because if she wasn't sitting with me, she was playing organ or she was at another congregation. And then someone said, "You should take her inside to see the picture of your kids." And I've had students here at school say, "Do you have children, Mr. Miller?" There are some of you who remember the 5 Miller kids all over the place, but they have all grown up and gone elsewhere. But some of them are back tonight to serenade their mother. Come on up, Miller kids. little while know some of the children. In the picture here, behind Mrs. Miller is our son Joel. Raise your hand, Joel. Second, third, fourth, and fifth grade teacher and principal at Lord and Savior Lutheran Church and School in Crystal Lake, Illinois. In the picture standing next to Joel is our oldest son John, who is the IT specialist at Bethany Lutheran College in Mankato, Minnesota, who could not be here tonight. And next to John is our youngest Mark, who is in final exams right now at the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh. And then that's me. Okay? Seated in the chair is Matt. Okay? Matthew works at Atonement Lutheran Church and School in Milwaukee, dealing with early childhood kids, after-school care kids, substituting in early childhood. And then our daughter, smiling face way over there on the right, is Meredith. Third and fourth grade teacher at St. Matthew's in Janesville. Now, you would think that with Mrs. Miller's genetics and my genetics, we would have outstanding musicians. Joel, what instrument did you play? What do you normally play?
Football.
Yeah. Matt, what did you play?
3 years of oboe and 1 year of tuba.
Okay. Do you play it anymore?
No.
Meredith, what did you play?
Trumpet.
Do you still play it?
No, I think I sold it.
However, she is still dear to her mother and myself because she is also a church organist. And when we die, she gets all our organ music. I thought, what could they play to serenade their mother? They don't play their instruments anymore, but kazoos always work. Get your instruments up, guys. We're going to try to attempt without laughing, because then you get spit inside the kazoo and it just doesn't work. We're going to try to play 2 songs. I will be doing the solo, obviously. All those years of piano and instrumental lessons, and all I can get are 3 kazoos. The band is going to go on and play highlights from The Wizard of Oz. Mrs. Miller knows that she bought this last year, but didn't have time to program it. And she says, I realized I better do it now before Mr. Dewey got to do it instead. So from one of the best beloved movies of all time, the 75th anniversary of Over the Rainbow, winning the Academy Award for the Best Original Song, and the movie itself winning an Oscar for Best Score, The Wizard of Oz. we would invite Mr. Will Windorf, who's the chairman of the Joint Board of Education, to come up. Here he comes. One of the final pictures. That was the TSL band at Lakeside Fine Arts Fair about 8 years ago. The 8th graders you see in that picture are the ones who are graduating from college this spring. Time always marches on.
No worries, I will keep my comments to under 20 minutes. So, Mrs. Miller, I don't know if there's a way that the school board can thank you in any way proportional for the 27 years of kindness and love that you have provided for the students. At least through a gift, so we thought we'd get you two. They're small gifts, but I hope that they at least signify and in the future you can look at it and remember all the many good times, memories that you had. The first one is simply, I'm going to ruin a surprise here, is simply, you don't need to open it right now, but it's a credit. And what we would like you to do, it's actually earmarked, it's for Northwestern Publishing House, and we need you to continue to keep your musical education going. It should not be used either for or by your husband. I don't know if there's a limit to how many Bibles a person should own. Probably not, but I know Mr. Miller is new to that. So, and number two, let me have you grab this first. Now it's all men on the joint school board, so it wasn't great wrapping, but I hope this got it upside down. I hope this helps you think of the memories that you've had here. It's small, and I hope it fits someone in your house next. So.
Mr. Miller was very particular about when I got the microphone, but I said I wanted it back now. I think I've done pretty well with my mascara. I told the kids before they came down, this is not about me tonight. It's their band concert, it's about them. And Elise said, no, it's pretty much about you. So if it's been a little too much about me, I apologize, but I appreciate all the effort that you put in. It has been, for those of you who were in past generations, a long, long time since we had their concert this long, just so. Yeah, I know you do. They've been under an hour for the past little while, so I am so touched by everything you've done for me tonight that I've decided to come back next year. Wait, no more kidding. Mr. Dewey's like, what? It's been, when I was in college, back in the day, I really thought that I would probably never get to direct a band because women really didn't do that kind of thing back then. And I really didn't think I would get married either. I thought I would probably be a single school teacher teaching maybe 4th grade and playing organ every other Sunday. And God said, no, it's not quite what I had in mind. So 1 husband, 5 children, and 35 years of band later, if you count that first one, I was ready to say, yeah, God, I guess I had that wrong. And He's been more gracious to me through the years than I can even count. It's been such a joy and a blessing to be here, to work with your children and the talent that God gave them, the supportive parents, the very, very flexible and understanding faculty for whom I am tremendously grateful. And then I think I need to mention my tremendously understanding and patient husband. You can't see the face he's making right now, so don't show them. There have been times when the underwear was always clean but hardly ever folded. And he didn't know I was listening last night. He was talking to a friend on the phone and said, she just folds it better than I do. Now, I don't know if you understand that, but that really touched my heart. So I think it's time that I spend a little more time on the love of my life, as he called himself in our Christmas letter, except then he had to explain who it was, which I thought was not necessary. Thank you very much for being so understanding all these years and for tonight also. It really means a lot. I could not leave if I were not leaving the band in good hands, but I am very comfortable and know that the director that you have next to will do a wonderful, fine job. And I'll be here to help if he wants me to, and stay out of the way if he wants me to also. Mr. Dewey, where are you? I'd like to present you with an official TSL band shirt. It's the passing of the baton. And thank you. So we'll be looking forward to seeing a lot of you around here next year. Thank you for being here today. Make sure this back over to Mr. Moeller.
After we do the school song, and you're invited to join along with the words, we would invite you out into the commons for a nice, cool punch and cookies. Mrs. Miller's longest band concert was in the spring of 1998, 2 hours and 20 minutes. That was Pastor Gardner's first day in Watertown. They had moved into town that day. It was so long, he and the family nearly went back to North Carolina. I had invited people to come, bring their instruments, and join in the band. So I talked to some former band students. Oh, I can't do that, Mr. Miller. I gave my mouthpiece away years ago. I opened up my case. Boy, my instrument's really grody and ugly. What instrument? No, I left it at home. First off, I want all you former band students to stand. How many of you brought your instruments? We have music. Come on up.
Yes. All right. I think we should get Mr. Dewey in the percussion section also.
Let's stand. You've been sitting a long time.
Yeah, that's the best.
One more time. One more time. Get the percussion's attention.
Yeah.